All right, welcome to the Three Hacks in a Movie podcast.
What's up, everybody?
The three hacks are back.
Back at it.
The boys are back in town.
I took a break last week, but here we are.
Yeah.
I needed to recover after that Disney movie we watched. The
Smart House.
Smart House.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't disrespect Little Arbor.
Yeah, be prepared for more of those decoms because they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
So since last pick wasn't anybody's,
Right. That was a free space. Yeah.
this pick goes back to Emilio.
Bye. Yep. All right, guys. What's up? Vogue. I don't know if I can do that. Are we gonna get copyright fucking mark now? I don't know, but yeah. So
Strike a pose.
if you didn't see the title somehow or can't get it from the first two words I said, yeah, this is my pick this week, and I went with the 2000s classic known as fucking The Devil Wears Prada, starring Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway. And yeah, big reason I chose this is because Devil Wears Prada 2 is about to drop in, I think, literally next week. It comes out like Thursday or Friday, this upcoming Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
Big reason. The other one was because the other movie I wanted to choose is a 3-hour Korean movie, so that's kind of rough with our schedules currently. So I went with my second pick, an English language film, you know.
And not 3 hours long.
And not 3 hours long, only about like an hour 40, hour 50, something like that. That's all you need.
It's like 2 hours or so, right?
Yeah, I think it's like under 2. It's probably like an hour 50, some shit like that.
I was like, damn, this movie's pretty long. 109.
109, yeah. An hour,
Just shy,
hour
too.
49.
Yeah, boom, called it. But yeah, Devil Wears Prada. I grew up on this movie. I don't really know if I can say that because I don't know what that means really. Like I grew up on this movie, but
I think it means you might be
a fashionista. Or
yeah, that.
Might be a little light in the loafers.
Damn, I haven't heard that one in a while.
Have you worn Prada before, Amelia? Did this movie inspire you to wear Prada in your life?
Can't afford it, man. Can't afford it. I think I bought my mom Prada one time at a fucking outlet. That's about it. That's probably as close as
At the outlet, man. That's, yep.
Yeah.
This whole time, I always thought that Prada was a fabric, like a type of like leather or something, or fake leather.
Okay.
But it's a brand.
Yeah.
And they don't really talk about it at all in the movie, actually. Yeah. I don't even know if they ever say the word Prada.
I always thought it was a band.
Right?
You thought it was a what?
A band.
A band? Yeah, I think they did say they actually named themselves after the book, technically, not the movie, because it's based on a book, yeah. But yeah, I've seen the band a few times live. Pretty fun. Pretty good show, honestly.
And I've never seen this movie.
Me either.
Right?
Yeah. How many times have you seen it, Amelia?
I really don't know, but it's quite a few times, honestly, because I watched it every time that it came out on FX, because I remember it played on FX a lot. So I'd watch it every time on there, basically. And then I think
you're quoting it and everything.
Yeah, I quote. I would quote this movie a lot more in my normal life, but a lot of people wouldn't understand the references, unfortunately. But yeah,
I don't know. This movie's pretty popular.
It is, but not with like your average guy, I guess, you know?
Not straight dudes in their 30s.
Yeah. Hey, but when this movie came out, I was just a straight dude in elementary school, so, you know.
Then I watched it, and then I wasn't a straight dude anymore.
Hey, like this shows, like there's apparently only like one straight guy in fashion, and technically he wasn't even in fashion. He worked for like the New Yorker or some shit like that. That's Simon Baker's character, the blonde guy,
The Mentalist.
Yeah, the Mentalist, exactly. See, that's what it goes. Like that's how I know him. So when I first saw this, I saw Mentalist like way later, and I was like, oh my god, it's the dude from the Devil Wears Prada. Like, that's all I really know. Yeah. But yeah, I remember when I first watched this movie and I saw that guy, I was like, oh, fashion, clearly gay. I mean, he just also seemed gay, you know, just like very pretty and wore a lot of scarves, which is like kind of gay. But like, I get it. Like, it was kind of like cold in New York, so whatever. But just, you know, it didn't seem very hetero. So yeah, I thought he was gay until he hit on Andy, and I was like, oh, never mind. Okay, like, let's be straight. But yeah. Yeah, no, I watched this movie quite a bit as a kid. I actually remember it being one of the first DVDs I bought when I had just a Wii collection as a teen. Yeah, probably like somewhere in like the first like 10 movies I ever owned about the Devil Wears Prada.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, having watched this for the first time, it is this is kind of a 2000s classic. Like
It is.
definitely does define a lot of what's going on in the 2000s.
The sidekick that she was rocking like as the assistant phone. Yeah, dude. Like if it's not a BlackBerry, it's a fucking sidekick.
Yeah.
Like every like professional needed at the time. Yeah, the fucking Mac computers like in all like the desk and stuff. Yeah, it was just very it just felt like the 2000s.
Yeah.
I was back in 2000s watching this.
Very much a project of its time.
Yeah. No like social media mentions or anything like that.
And yeah, we're watching it in 2026, so this is literally 20 years later.
Yeah.
This is before the sequels comes out too. When's that come out? Like next month?
Next week.
Next week?
Yeah, so it says right there, release date June 22, 2006. This, like they basically waited for the 20-year anniversary.
Pretty much.
This is like a couple months off or like a month and some change off, but yeah.
And yeah, despite it being 20 years old, like this movie is like the fashion aesthetic that it goes for like holds up pretty well.
Yeah.
And maybe that just is because 2000s fashion is just still kind of like it hasn't moved that much or something, but a really good positive of this movie is like how much it holds up and it doesn't feel dated, even though it's about a thing that could be easily dated.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching this movie since probably not 2006, probably like 2007, 2008. And I feel like it holds up extremely well. This is your guys' first time watching it, but I mean, obviously, you guys watch movies in the 2000s. But yeah, dude, I feel like you could really watch this at any point and it would just kind of be relevant, honestly.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
It's if you really break away the plot of this movie, which is about an assistant trying to make it in New York, it's really about the proletariat and the bourgeoisie.
Oh, here's
fighting together.
Here's our favorite segment of the pod.
The Marxists.
Bentley's socialist soapbox.
Yeah, you're about to break this out before we started the pod, but I wanted you to save it for the listeners.
Well, we should really just kind of like talk about the movie.
Bentley, who is the bourgeoisie?
Meryl Streep, bro. Obviously,
she is Stalin, bro. Like she is fucking. She is the fucking Stalin of the fashion industry.
Yeah, she's a dictator for sure.
Yeah, like she says, what she says, goes.
But the movie also kind of makes an argument that the world kind of needs that too, in a way. Like, bro, even though you wouldn't want to be that, the world you need like a strong bitch.
Her monologues were fucking epic, dude. Like you really listen to her monologues; they're incredible. Or I guess say, RJ.
I was just about to say, you heard it here. Bentley says the world needs Stalin.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The train's got to run on time and all that.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, Devil Wears Prada.
Give us
the Anne Hathaway movie.
So I guess kind of what I would say is it's about a girl who takes on a assistant position at the most renowned fashion magazine in the world. With no interest in fashion, but understanding that it can open up a lot of like doors, and her struggle to remain herself when she has basically the anti-her, like the antithesis of who she is her new boss. It's just kind of the way I would put it.
She doesn't even know the name of her boss when she goes to apply for this job.
I know,
so
right?
like,
I thought, it's like which is kind of wild if you really think about it, because like this girl's a journalist and she did no research into who's gonna be her boss.
Walking
basically.
into the interview with the fucking onion bagel and everything, making some fucking choices.
Yeah, and it looked more than a schmear, bro. Like there was hella onion, or whatever. She probably put like chive cream cheese on that bitch too.
Like I know we're supposed to root for her, but girl, clean up your act. Come on.
But yeah, man. It's just a girl who's she wants to be a journalist and she takes an assistant's position because she understands that hey, any kind of work in any kind of publication can go a long way, but if you work for one of the largest magazines in the world, it's a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just, there is like an irony or whatever to it with the fact that she is not a fashion person at all whatsoever. And they made that very clear immediately in the movie. And I always think about this movie again. We just watched that lessons for the screenplay about like the first 10 pages. Like the first 10 pages sets up the movie perfectly. And if you really watch the intro where you see Andy getting ready versus these 3 random girls getting ready for their lives or their day to day or whatever, they live completely separate lives. Andy's just kind of putting on whatever she can put on. She puts on chapstick. All these girls are putting on like lip gloss, lip liner. You see her buy a bagel with a shit ton of cream cheese on it, and then the girls are literally eating like 6 almonds or whatever. Like one girl pours, I want to say it's something like 6 to 9 almonds in a tiny dish, and that's that girl's breakfast.
And I will say, if you watch it, it's like a whole montage scene, and Anne Hathaway, she gets the bagel. I don't think she acts like she puts it in her mouth, but it doesn't actually show her doing it because, bro, she's so skinny in this movie. She probably couldn't actually eat any carbs.
I feel like she's definitely like just kind of like her average build. You know, she's always been thin, you know, or skinny. Yeah. But in the fashion world, she's like skinny fat, I guess, you know, because she said she's a size 6. And there's like a whole thing about like, we don't have anything above a 4 here. So, you know, you're going to have a tough time.
Size 4 is the new size 6, and size 6 is the new size 14.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, doesn't anyone eat anymore? And it's like, not since 4 became the new 2, or not since 2 became the new 4, and 0 became the new 2, or the 2 became the new 0. And it's like, well, I'm a size 6. It's like, then you're a 14. Dude, speaking of Stanley Tucci, fucking love this guy, dude. I don't know if this is like the first thing I've ever seen him in, but it's definitely the first thing I remember like seeing him in. And he's awesome, dude. I was truly convinced that he was a gay man in real life, you know.
He's not gay?
Not in real life, no.
Not surprising. Yeah, he plays like the snarky, like gay coworker kind of.
Yeah.
Who's helping Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, the second competent person in fashion, apparently, because the only real competent person in this world is Miranda Priestly, Meryl Streep, of course. And then the only person she could ever rely on is Stanley Tucci's character, Nigel. Yeah. But yeah, I just love that the opening scene, man. Just seeing the contrast between Andy and all these like fashion girls or whatever, and you know how she walks into her interview with this like super long skirt that goes like halfway down, like past her knees, and I called them clogs, but someone said they're called something else. I don't remember. They address it. I don't fucking know these terms, but yeah, she's just dressed very comfortably, but professional, I guess, you know.
Plain.
Just very plain. Yeah, just very like plain looking. And then you meet Emily, played by Emily Blunt, which is like the first assistant, and she is immediately you see her like she's like clearly a fashionista. Like she is very much what kind of this industry thrives on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is the first thing I've also remember ever seeing Emily Blunt in.
Yeah, she only did one movie before this.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, a couple TV series, probably a lot of some theater.
Right.
But yeah, this is super early on, and she only did one movie before this.
My Summer of Love, which I never even heard of. That like does not sound.
Yeah, it is a British movie.
Okay, that makes that makes a lot of sense.
It is a big role in the movie. It's probably like the 4th or 5th biggest role she plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's crazy for like her second film role. That's actually extremely impressive. Yeah, Anne Hathaway before this, I think she had 13 going on 30. No, that's Jennifer Garner.
That's Jennifer Garner. Yeah, my bad. She was already in Princess Bride.
Yeah,
Princess Diaries. Yeah, Princess Diaries. Yeah,
not Princess Bride. Yeah,
but she was like, there is something kind of weird to that, just because it was a Disney movie. So, because I know she was in a TV show that only lasted one season before this.
Hmm.
And I only know that because when we were watching all those like failed sitcoms of like 2002 or whatever, 2001, you know, they do it by year. Yeah, she was in that show. It only lasted a season. I think it got canceled during the season. Oh, Get Real. That's what it's called. Short-lived television drama series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ella Enchanted.
Yeah. But yeah, Princess Diaries, that was like her like big break, which was like 2001. And
Brokeback Mountain.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I guess that's the same year. Oh no, 2005.
Yeah, they came out before.
Saving that for a later pod, obviously.
R.I.P. Heath Ledger. But I mean, she made her name with the Princess Diaries, but again, it was like a Disney movie, and that doesn't really mean you're gonna go places. Like, she killed it. Like, that's a great movie. She did great. But yeah, like the Nicholas Nickleby, I've always heard of that, but no one ever talks about that fucking movie anymore. Yeah, Ella Enchanted. Yeah, just shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, man, Anne Hathaway in this, fantastic, dude. She's so fucking good in this. I love when she reveals, or not reveals, but she drops like a little information. She's like, "Oh, my dad's coming in from Ohio," and I was like, "Oh, it's so much better," because now not only is she this like bright-eyed girl who just wants to be a journalist in New York, now she's like that girl from the Midwest who moved to New York to make it, you know, kind of thing. Not in like fucking Broadway or like acting or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Make it in her own industry. Yeah. So, all right. Such quite a bit. All right. The first time you guys watched this, obviously, what did you guys know about? Did you guys know anything about this? Like going into it, like.
I mean, just the basic like premise of the movie, that it was like fashion, and you know they're kind of like, it's her and Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep dueling it out, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching the trailer for this movie when it came out, and like I feel like the trailer gives you a really good idea of what this movie is. It's Meryl Streep just being a huge bitch, basically. And
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway has to like learn how to deal with it. Yeah, that is kind of the movie.
Yeah.
And I thought this movie like was pretty great. I thought it was gonna be more comedic.
I definitely thought it was gonna be funnier than it was.
Yeah. I thought there's gonna be more jokes in it.
I mean,
And then,
okay. I definitely know what you guys are saying, but yeah, because this movie is definitely, I don't know if it's just listed as it's listed as a comedy drama.
Which is fair.
And honestly, I think it's fucking hilarious. Like the subtlety, yeah, but it's more like the subtle kind of comedy instead of just the like laugh out loud kind of comedy, I guess. You know, because like obviously a lot of the comedy just comes from like snippy remarks, you know, and like snide bitchiness, just kind of
Emily Blunt's like acting, pretty funny sometimes. Physical acting.
Yeah, I mean the funniest parts are I mean some of the funniest moments are just like when Meryl Streep and Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci are just being fucking bitches, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that's very just it's just kind of like the comedy feel of it. But yeah, I mean, I've seen this movie a few times. I actually think this is I think the movie's hilarious. Like, it's not fucking, you know, it's not a Will Ferrell movie. It's a very, like, subtle kind of comedy.
Will Ferrell could have been good as Meredith, though, honestly.
As who?
Or not Meredith. Or who?
Miranda Streep?
Miranda?
Streep, yeah, Miranda.
Miranda.
That's right, Miranda.
Yeah. I love Meryl Streep
Done
in
the
this.
Zoolander character.
Oh, Mugatu. Mugatu walked so Miranda could rise. Yeah, for sure. No, I think like one of the greatest compliments you can give like an actor in a performance is you can't see anyone else do that. Like you can't picture that like that role belonging to anyone else. And that's Meryl with Miranda Priestly, dude. Like, I literally just can't imagine anyone fucking doing it. Like, we got plenty of older women who are fantastic actresses. Don't get me wrong, but like, she was Miranda Priestly, bro. Like, she is like the fucking editor in chief of Runway. Like, she is that bitch, you know.
It is a great performance from her, honestly.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
She's so in that role.
She's pretty good, yeah. I was thinking about this line from Modern Family where they bring up the divorce. This girl brings up the divorce party, and then she's like, she tells one of the gay guys, Cam. She's like, oh, I love this. She's like, but Meryl Streep. She's like, I don't know if she was the right choice for that. And then Cam responds with, Meryl Streep could have been casted as Batman, and it was the right choice. I think about that line a lot, especially like, it's such a wild statement. Like, obviously it was a TV show, but it was such a like wild statement. Like, bitch, shut up. Like, clearly you don't know film if you don't think fucking Meryl Streep isn't Miranda Priestly.
Just to talk about Meryl Streep for a moment, like she's one of the biggest female actresses in the world. You know, like when people talk about the legendary female actresses, like she is the one that people point to. And but then you think about her filmography, and it's like, what are like the big roles she's done? And for me, it's Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
It's The Devil Wears Prada, and I haven't even seen the movie.
Yeah, for me, it's The Devil Wears Prada, because, I mean, I'm sorry, I have not seen a lot of Meryl Streep movies in my time.
Right.
But I know she has been, like, one of the actresses for, like, the last, 40, 50 fucking years or whatever, like, since the 70s, probably.
She was in The Deer Hunter, and, like...
She was, yeah.
Manhattan by Woody Allen.
Manhattan.
Oh, okay, yeah. I saw her in... It's Complicated. She's fucking fantastic.
What is that, like 80s or 90s?
No, it's 2010s.
Okay.
It's her and Alec Baldwin. Great fucking movie.
I just love that despite Meryl Streep's like prestigious Oscar award winning like career, it's The Devil Wears Prada is the role.
Well, she's like
gotta love it.
The way I kind of always put it is she's like the female Daniel Day-Lewis in the sense that she is very peculiar with what roles she takes on. So like she'll go a year without making a movie, or 2 years. Like I mean, I don't know if she's ever actually gone that long, but she is super selective with the like. They're not all like Oscar winners or whatever. I think she's only won one, maybe two, something like that.
People talk about her like she's 120.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But yeah, she is.
I think she's won a couple actually. Like a few.
She is Daniela Day-Lewis, bro. Like she's just very peculiar with what roles she picks. Kramer versus Kramer,
Sophie's
which
Choice
is a big one.
So
Sophie's Choice.
She's won. Yeah, she's won 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah, because
okay,
I was about to say, I thought when Frances McDormand won her 3rd one, she tied Meryl Streep.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, she won for Kramer versus Kramer for best supporting, Sophie's Choice for best lead.
But look at all those noms.
Right, yeah. And then
nominated for Devil Wears Prada.
Iron Lady, which I don't even know.
That's the Margaret Thatcher like biopic, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, Julie and Julia. Yeah, dude. Just look at all those noms, bro. That's fucking crazy. The Bridges of Madison County.
Yeah, consistent noms too. Just like. Yeah,
it is. She is the Modern Family, like what Modern Family was to the Emmys when they came out. That's like her with fucking Oscars, dude.
Or the Frasier or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And fucking Frasier was co-created, or Modern Family was co-created by Frasier co-creators. So yeah. But yeah, man, no, she's awesome. She's literally one of the best.
Yeah, she definitely brings her chops to this movie, man. Like. Really, like the main acting part that she portrays is when she gets divorced from her husband and she's sitting there crying.
Oh,
you know, she's like kind of like still a bitch, but she's crying at the same time. Like Meryl Streep really knows how to nail that one down.
No, dude, that's literally one of my favorite moments in the movie because
it's complicated.
It shows that because up until then you saw her as just this overtly confident woman in her industry. Like she is the top of the industry, like there's literally no one above her, and she just exudes confidence, or as a kid's today, aura, right? Like she just has fucking aura.
She serves.
Yeah. No crumbs, dude. But yeah, like the first semblance that we saw of her being not or being worried is when Andy goes to the house to drop off the book, and she accidentally sees her and her husband like arguing about something.
Right.
And well, you hear that it's like, I waited for you in the restaurant, and I can tell everyone was staring at me that like, oh, there he is waiting for her again. And you can see she's upset, and she looks at Andy like, what the fuck are you doing here? She's like, I can't believe you're here right now. So that was like the first like kind of like emotion we got, and that was, I guess, like pretty far into the movie at this point. Like Andy was like, at this point, Andy was already getting her shit together. She was becoming a great assistant, an amazing assistant actually. And then, but it wasn't until we find out that she's actually getting divorced where we see the range in this performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like raw.
And speaking of her being a good assistant, there's a funny scene where Meryl Streep is like kind of pissed at her. So she sends her like on an impossible quest to get the manuscript for the last Harry Potter book.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
She has like 4 hours to do it.
Yeah.
And somehow she fucking does it. I don't think in real life you'd be able to like get a manuscript from a major publisher like and have it mailed in a fucking manila envelope and everything.
Yeah.
But she does it eventually. So she definitely kills it.
It is very much a lucky break because she just like but it was a situation like she knew a guy who technically knew a person, and it kind of like worked out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because he said like, I have a friend who does the artwork, and she currently has the manuscript. So like he says like, you have an hour. It's because I have to get back to the designer or whatever, the artist. So I mean, yeah, just photocopy it, make 2 copies, and send it off. Yeah, but
she got it for free, bro.
Yeah, like I love that shit because it's like obviously Miranda did it because she just wanted a reason to like fire her basically, and even though she could just fire her for no fucking reason, she's like, I'm gonna make it hurt. Like I'm gonna drive her crazy trying to make this impossible task.
Yeah, in the middle of it, asked for like a steak in 15 minutes. So
I thought that shit was so funny because I was like, this bitch does not eat a fucking like that shit looked like a porterhouse, dude. Like that was a badass fucking steak. And she's like, I want my steak, in the next like hour or whatever, and then the manuscript needs to be in the kid's hands in 4 hours. And I remember when she ordered that steak, I was like, that has to be a joke. Like this girl's not eating an entire steak. And then she gets it to her. She's like, "What's that?" Like you're like, "I'm not eating that." I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" Oh man, she's so fucking funny, man. But yeah, dude, she was driving Andy into the like brink of fucking insanity, basically. But she couldn't do it. She couldn't break her. Andy fucking pulled it off. She did the impossible. She got the manuscript to I think it was the 7th Harry Potter book, is what it said.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah, the last one.
It said book 7 on the
Deathly Hallows. It would have been.
Yeah.
But before.
Wait, I thought there was 8 books. Where's it 7?
Oh, I fucking know, bro.
Okay, well, whatever, right? Yeah, it's either the last or the second to last.
I think it's 7.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
That was one of the only few examples that kind of dates this movie because, I mean, Harry Potter was such a fucking like the craze was still very much happening in 2006, but. 100%. The final book wasn't out yet, so
yeah, the hype is at its peak in that moment for Harry Potter.
But yeah, like so, like watching that in theaters, like imagine like there was probably a bunch of Harry Potter people who were watching this movie, like that's impossible. Like how the fuck are you gonna get the like manuscript to the last Harry Potter movie? Yeah. But yeah,
it'd be funny if they spoiled it too in this movie.
Oh my god!
Or at least at like the end or whatever. Yeah. Snape kills like Harry Potter, whatever the fuck it was.
You mean Snape kills Dumbledore?
Well, I'm not gonna spoil it for. There's like one guy out there who hasn't. All right, now you just ruined it for them.
You know what's funny? I accidentally spoiled it for myself like that when because I didn't watch the last one until way fucking later, like years after it came out. And it was a stupid Vine where it was like, this girl was like, hey, check out my spoiler for my car. And you would think it's a wing, but it's just a bumper sticker that says Snape kills Dumbledore. And I was like, oh, you fucking bitch. Like, I can't believe, like, that's how the ending, or one of the major plot points got spoiled.
But hey, at least there's a twist on, like, why he killed Dumbledore.
Right, yeah.
So at least you get that.
Yeah, that was a whole other thing, for sure. Man.
But yeah, Harry Potter.
Yeah, but
let's just talk about Harry Potter for the rest of the.
But yeah, man, Devil Wears Prada. I mean, yeah, who else? I mean, we don't really have like a lot of other big people in this. Obviously, like Adrian Grenier is probably like the next biggest name attached to it. When did Entourage start?
2004. So that this is already during Entourage.
Yeah, right. A couple seasons in already at this point. Yeah, but I've never heard of Adrian Grenier before Entourage, so I don't know if he's really done anything.
I mean,
that,
I don't know of a lot that he did. I know he did a teen movie in the late 90s with Melissa Joan Hart.
Okay. Oh, Drive Me Crazy or something like that.
Yeah.
I can literally picture the poster because I've seen that thumbnail so many fucking times. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like the only other thing I can think of that he was in, other than this and Entourage.
Yeah. I remember like just seeing this because I didn't watch Entourage until way fucking after this, like years and years after this. But I remember like I was like, oh, this character reminds me a lot of like Vince, basically. Like he's just this like super handsome, like pretty chill dude who can get mad about stuff or whatever, but just very like just like handsome, charming, blah blah blah, or whatever. I definitely remember like as a kid, I was like, okay, I can actually believe like this is one of the few guys who can actually land Anne Hathaway in real life. Because the bro is just handsome, bro. Like, I mean, that's why he got casted in Entourage. He was like, yeah, we literally need like a pretty boy, like, you know, dark hair, light eyes, blah blah blah. But yeah, I thought he was better looking than the blonde bitch that she ends up, you know, with later.
With The Mentalist.
The Mentalist, yeah.
Vinny Chase or The Mentalist? You get the pick.
Vinny Chase, bro. Nah, that dude definitely has an STD, man. Shit.
The Mentalist dude looks like he was fucking probably like in the Epstein files.
oh, like the character,
his
like
character,
yeah, I got
his fashion character, or his writer character, journalist character. He's probably in the Epstein files.
Yeah, what is it? The Christian Thompson, right? I think it's
Christian Thompson.
Yeah, or Christian, Christian Thompson, whatever, blah blah.
I wouldn't be surprised if half the characters in this movie, like especially all the like a lot of the higher class ones, upper echelon characters.
Oh, like the dude who owns the publication company,
probably
definitely the Epstein files, bro. Yeah,
maybe Miranda's husband.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's funny because you know, we see this relationship with him and her, and it's like it just seems like you're kind of like classic relationship, you know, nothing like crazy about it. And then there's like obviously the falling out starts happening when she actually starts taking the job seriously, and it affects her personal life. And how like Stanley Tucci said, like, oh, talk to me when your life completely blows up.
Yeah,
because like you can tell like he went through the same thing. Like everything that she's gone through, he's already done, and he like understands it.
Is it just me, or is he kind of like an asshole to her for missing his birthday or whatever? Like,
it is so funny you mentioned that, because if you look this movie online, especially like back in like those Tumblr days and like early Reddit days, there's this whole thing about how he's the actual villain of the movie.
A little bit, like honestly, her friend group in general is like, hey, let's go out and drink and have fun. Oh, you're going out and working? Fuck you! Like they're almost like pulling her down in the crab bucket, bro.
Yeah.
A little bit.
yeah. I like that, pulling her down in the crab bucket. Yeah, no, it's true.
She was Anne Hathaway's character. She's the real villain of this movie. Honestly.
She's the villain of the movie.
She is. Yeah.
So who's a hero?
She's an awful person.
Who's the protagonist?
Vinny Chase, bro.
Vinny Chase can do no wrong, man, or what?
No, honestly, I really hated Anne Hathaway's character. Like,
crazy, bro. Crazy,
bro. I feel like you're supposed to hate Meryl Streep's character.
I hated her too. Yeah, but it's like,
but you're supposed to hate.
Yeah,
her.
She was like, she was like, that's her persona. That's like what everybody already expects with her, like within the movie. Like her character is already like, she is a bitch, so you kind of already expect that going into it. But seeing how Anne Hathaway's character changes throughout the movie, how she goes from this like nice girl who's like, she just wants to have a career in journalist, but then she almost just like continues this kind of shitty job. It was shit pay and all this other stuff in fashion.
I don't know if it's shit pay, but
they say that as that shit pay. They said that a couple times. That's why the dad gives her money at dinner.
Well, she just started. She literally just started that job at that point.
Yeah, I know, but it's like a entry level assistant essentially.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like very extremely lucrative. Like
honestly, assistant positions even then are assistants get paid crazy, bro. Like it's actually a very well paid position back then.
I just heard him say a couple times that it was because then I heard Vinny. I just want to call him Vinny Chase. His character said something about like when she was thinking about quitting, like, oh yeah, like you're unhappy and it's like it's not good money, blah blah blah, this other stuff. So they mentioned it a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing how she changes and like essentially like continues on this career path that she didn't really want to do, just almost in spite of Miranda because like she wants to show her that she can do it. Like, yeah, and like
her heart wasn't really in the game. You don't think she was just forcing it to like?
Yeah, I mean that's initially what it was, right? I mean maybe throughout the movie it initially it changes and she. I guess becomes a fan of fashion and learns on all the ins and outs and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it's true. Yeah, like her friends were trying to keep her grounded to what she actually really truly is. Because and then at the end of the movie, she just says like, "Oh, okay, well, fuck you. I don't want to work for you. Like, yeah, I don't want to turn into this bitch like you are. I'm just gonna like go back to my boyfriend and everything's gonna be all right." Like she like, and then she admits to the boyfriend like, "You were right the entire time. Like you like." Yeah, so it's like she
I will say her
character just got progressively worse and then at the end she just like threw it all away and then she was just like, okay, I apologize, you were right, and it's supposed to be okay.
So I've seen this obviously like a few times and I don't know like how much my opinion has like changed of Andy over the years, but I think I am kind of more agreeing with Bentley in the fact that her friends were like never that supportive of this decision. And like, you know, whatever, they had their own, but then like, I was gonna say they had their own reasons to, but that actually makes them more selfish because they understood that like Andy is trying to get basically into a fucking dying industry at this point or whatever. And they still understand that any kind of job in journalism, especially an assistant to an editor-chief, no matter what, is a fucking incredible opportunity. Yeah. And they were like giving her shit about it the entire fucking time. So like when people on fucking Tumblr were like, oh, Vinny Chase, whatever, is like the real villain of the story. Like, no, bro, like everyone besides like the possibly gay guy, because they didn't ever mention, like, I don't think he was gay because they were all shocked about how much fashion he knew or whatever.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, whatever.
It's not shocking if he wasn't.
Yeah, but they like, yeah, honestly, that friend group fucking sucks. Like, I get like they're upset that she missed the birthday, and hey, like, I think he has every reason to be upset about it too. But I think like they should have been more understanding. Like they're all more set in their fields. Like that girl was organizing entire fucking galas in like Manhattan. Boom, she's like fucking there. That dude, that possibly gay guy, he's like a corporate analyst or whatever. Hates his job, but he's fucking like well set. This dude worked at whatever. He said he does wine reductions, which you're not doing that at a fucking like Greasy Spoon in New York. You're doing that at a nicer restaurant. So where all these people are already established in their fields and this girl's trying to break into the field, I actually think her friend group are a bunch of fucking dickheads who like just were not supportive of her. Like obviously she starts slipping and that's the point because I mean you have to have conflict, especially internal conflict in this type of movie. So you see her evolve in a professional sense, but then you see her devolve as a person. And that's like the great thing about this fucking character in this movie is you literally get both sides of it. But to what I was trying to get back to is just that, yeah, I think her friend group fucking sucks, dude. Like they're like just like unappreciative and just like should be supporting her instead of being fucking dickheads about it. Like they know, like they literally are like, ooh, the dragon lady. They know how much of a fucking tight ass she is, and when they start messing with her phone when she starts calling, even I was like, okay, stop being a fucking asshole. That
was
like,
dickish.
I was like, you guys are being fucking assholes.
Yeah, with her job and everything. Like, yeah, that's pretty.
I will agree. They overstepped the right there. Like they stepped over the line, but
yeah, I think they're dickheads.
They just want to keep having fun at the expense of her like success or whatever.
Yeah,
I get it.
That girl was pretty happy when she got a fucking brand new Louis Vuitton bag or whatever the fuck it was, you know, blah blah blah. But like, and when she got mad at Andy because that dude kissed her on the cheek, I like kind of got it, but it's also like.
She gave me too,
like,
basically.
A kiss on the cheek isn't that big of a deal. Like, it's like a lot of people say hi and goodbye that way or whatever. Especially because that dude looked gay, so, you know, whatever. And she's like, in fashion, so.
Wouldn't Anne Hathaway be a victim in that case? So, like, why are you, like, angry and, like, being...
It was the 2000s.
Towards her.
It was the 2000s. It was looked at differently then.
Yeah. Honestly, I remember when I first saw it, I thought there was gonna be this whole like kind of subplot that her like best friend, the black girl, like actually wanted her boyfriend, actually wanted Vinny Chase, and that's why she was like really upset about the whole thing.
Maybe, man. Ooh, that's an interesting
white chocolate
take.
Bro. Yeah, man, but it's I love so many quotes in this fucking movie. I remember I saw this thing where I don't know what the fuck they were promoting. I think they worked on something together, Emily Blunt and Anne Hathaway, like a few years ago, because they were like reviewing old lines from movies that they did like together and separately. And they're like, oh, what are like some what's like the number one thing you hear fans quote at you? And I remember Emily Blunt said like, I still get I'm one stomach flu away from my goal weight. Like apparently it's like one of her most famous lines out of like every movie she's ever fucking done. Apparently.
Okay.
I've never heard that line before.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. But again, you guys, I mean, you've never seen the Devil Wears Prada, so or an Emily Blunt interview probably. But yeah.
And Amelia's on the Devil Wears Prada forums and message boards. Such a fan.
Yeah, man. This movie's that. It's just if this movie was a bitch, she'd be that bitch, bro. Like I don't really know how else to fucking play it. Yeah.
No, like I was going into it expecting a total comedy, like just like. I don't know, something like Clueless at that level of like comedy, I guess.
Okay.
Just more, I don't know, but I got more just like classism, elitism commentary about society and stuff, and I thought that was actually kind of interesting about this movie, because like Anne Hathaway, she comes from Ohio, she like represents like the middle class or whatever, a lower class person. She wears like plain clothes. She doesn't care about like the hustle and bustle of like the fashion world and like needing to like impress everybody.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend works in a kitchen, like a very like down to earth blue collar job, and and she lives in a crappy apartment and everything, and then she's like mingles with elitist people like Meryl Streep and stuff, and like she represents elitism and classism. She's like the higher up person, like. And she doesn't give a fuck about like hurting people's feelings or anything, and that's how she got to where she is and stuff. And she's like, it's about just having to be a fucking awful person to like make it in capitalism in a way.
Yeah, I guess it's hard not to see the fashion industry as like not a metaphor for like the class system, I guess. I remember one of the first things that Stanley Tucci says towards Andy was like when they're in line for the food or whatever, and then she's like spills like a little soup, and it's just like, oh no, and it's like, well, I'm sure you have some more polyester blend that you could like rustle up or whatever, and it's like, yeah, because obviously polyester blend is probably like one of the most affordable things you can have, where like he wears like
it's literally just plastic,
like hand stitch like suits and shit. But yeah, like I guess it's like with anything with the fashion industry, like it's hard not to see it as like a class situation. But I actually love how they show fashion, no matter what, kind of trickles down in a way. Because when they're doing the whole like rundown about like what outfits to show and or what outfits to put together, and like Andy lets the little like chuckle out, and they all just turn around and stare at her like that was a big fucking mistake. And then she's like, "Oh, you think this is funny?" And it's like, "Oh, right. What did you call this stuff?" And she explains like you make fun of these belts, and it's like, but your outfit that you're wearing right now was chosen by people, like by the same people in this room, because 6 years ago. And she gives this whole fucking
about this
monologue.
color of blue that she's wearing.
Yeah, cerulean. Yeah, I always remember that. It's like if you watch the movie enough, or if you see like the fandom, they always mention like the cerulean sweater. And it's just like, but what's his face? He used this color 6 years ago, and then it turned into this and that and this and that. And then it reaches the department stores where you were able to finally scrounge it up, not realizing that this is just stuff or whatever. Fucking epic, bro. Like it's like her monologues are so fucking just, I don't know, man, like tactful. I don't know what word I'm looking for exactly right now, but it is fucking killer, dude. Like she is an assassin with fucking words, dude. Yeah. It's great. It's great.
She definitely like represents the kind of psychopathy you need to have to be like a CEO or like a
she is a
owner.
shark. Like she is 100% a fucking shark.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, and the movie does a good job at kind of showing it in a respectful, like she's almost kind of a badass with like the way that she runs shit. Yeah. Even though it's like not something that you'd want. It's something that some people would want. Some people watch this movie and see her as a hero probably because she's a fucking diva, So this movie offers different interpretations, I guess.
Well, I think it's even I think Andy actually kind of put it best when she was talking to Christian, because he was trying to get her to say that she's a terrible person. Like, just say it. Just say you hate Miranda. Just call her a bitch, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, yeah, no, I actually resent that, because she says, I don't really like the kind of like the obvious girl power kind of messaging in that moment where she's like, if she was a man, everyone would be commending her for like how strong of a leader she is. But because she's a woman, she has to like, she's actually more criticized for it. And honestly, like I was like, you know what? No, she was right. Like, especially like in the fashion industry. And like the crazy thing, like she's not a CEO, right? She's the editor in chief. But like, I mean, in fashion, that is basically the CEO. Like you are the one really making the decisions about what's popular and what's not popular.
Journalism in general, like any magazine, if you're the editor, you have control over what gets put on the magazine and take away stories if you don't like them. You pretty much own the magazine at that point.
Yeah. Oh man, so many cool moments, but yeah, I thought because Miranda, like I know, like obviously she has like a lot to say in the movie, but it's when she doesn't talk that really shows like her range, like. When she first meets Annie, and then she's like, that's all. Like when she first sees her and she just quickly eyes her up and down and sees her outfit, and just this look of like, not even disappointment, because she doesn't know this girl, so she can't even be disappointed at her, but almost just like shocked that this girl's like actually standing in front of her, like trying to get this job. But then, Andy, before she's completely dismissed, she's just like, she gives her a little speech. She's like, yeah, you know what? Like, I'm not fashion forward or whatever, but I'm smart, I'm dedicated, I'm this, and I can be an assistant or whatever. And Miranda, being surrounded by yes people in her life, actually appreciated like the moxie, that she had, that she gave during that moment. And so she gives her the chance of proving that she can be competent or whatever. But yeah, there were so many moments like when they're doing I forgot the guy's name, but the light-skinned black dude, when he's doing the presentation for Miranda, and then Stanley Tucci's breaking down her facial expressions or whatever. It's like, so whatever she says, go, and it's like, you don't even get it. You still don't get it. It's like, yeah, she is fashion. Like she makes the final call. Like if she doesn't like it, it's not going to be anything or whatever. And it's just like 1 nod is good, 2 nods is very good. And it's just like, there's only been 1 recorded smile in like 2001 or something like that. And it was Tom Ford, which even I know that name. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I love that 1 recorded smile. Like, it's such a funny line. And it's like, and then there's the purse slips. And like, what does that mean? And it's just like, start over, basically. And yeah. But yeah, dude, her facial expressions, even though she only has probably like 3 in the whole movie, is fucking just used perfectly every single time. Like, not a single facial expression was wasted in this whole fucking movie.
And Meryl Streep definitely was acting like she was trying to get her 4th Oscar in this one.
Yeah, it would have been her third. It would have been her third one at this point. But yeah, dude, which is crazy because it's like, I get it, like comedy dramas do get nominated for it, but it's like, I don't think Anne Hathaway was nominated because I don't think this would be a type of role where she gets nominated. But they're like, oh, but I was gonna actually call her Miranda Priestly, Meryl Streep in this movie. They're like, clearly she's gonna get a fucking nomination this fucking year. Like, there's no way we can't not give her a nomination. But yeah, I don't know that Devil Wears Prada was nominated for anything else. Maybe like best adapted screenplay, probably. But I don't think Anne was nominated. I don't think the director was nominated. You know, just shit like that.
Maybe wardrobe.
Yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah, costume design. Yeah, unless there was a period piece that fucking year. You know, yeah.
Should have been more.
Costume.
Yeah, costume.
Yeah,
design.
best
Costume
yeah.
and best actress.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And to be honest, Anne Hathaway just didn't really have like a big monologue moment to get nominated on thing, because they got to like show you like a minute long clip of like a great scene or whatever. And Anne Hathaway's great in this movie, but she didn't really have that.
Right.
They could show the
again, this
Academy.
this wouldn't ever be your typical movie that would get nominated for acting performances, except for fucking Meryl Streep being this girl. I forgot who Miranda Priestly is based on, because it's like a loose
Cruella de Vil.
No, it's like the actual. I forgot her fucking name, but she was like the actual editor in chief of Runway. But it's supposed to be like loosely based on.
Dude, it's Cruella de Vil.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking forgot. It's like a really famous name, but I'm not gonna remember it right now. What was I gonna say? Okay, so. What? Okay, I mean, I know it's your guys' first time seeing it. I don't know if you guys like thought much about it, but did you guys have any like favorite moments, favorite lines, or something that like really stuck out to you in this watch through?
Not really, honestly. I really liked Stanley Tucci.
The Tooch.
Yeah, he's probably like the most memorable part of the whole movie to me. Yeah, I expected it to be a lot funnier than it was. Like it had some humor to it for sure. There's some good like quips and some good jokes here, but yeah, I definitely thought it was gonna be funnier. I don't know if it was maybe just hyped up a little bit more, but yeah.
I kind of agree with the comedy thing. Is that I went into this thinking it was going to be like have a lot of jokes in it, but it was mostly just like kind of quippy, snarky lines here and there.
Yeah.
But I got a strange capitalist explanation, like, and I'm not even like
is that all
overly political.
Is that like all you see in movies now? Like oh, how is this a metaphor for fucking capitalism or something?
This one definitely is. It's about, because like in America, man, sometimes you got to sacrifice like your comfort and your fucking creature comforts to like make it in this world. And if you really want to like be hugely successful or quote unquote elite, you gotta like upset a few people probably.
Yeah.
So and this movie kind of explains that. I think
you can't be afraid to be mean, especially like in this well, I would say specifically in this industry. But I mean, yeah, dude, if you don't have a fucking serious backbone, you're gonna get walked all over in this world. I will say, again, like, no offense to you guys, like, I know you said you've seen the trailer and, like, just kind of the overall plot and, like, have heard that the movie's really funny, but it does seem like you guys had a certain expectation of it.
True.
And then that's kind of what's like working against it. Because if you went in with this like with no expectations, like you wouldn't think this is like supposed to be a movie that's absolutely hilarious. Because again, it's not like an over the top comedy. It's just more like subtle, clever like writing more than like ha 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 like. You know, something that you're
I wasn't expecting like a fucking Will Ferrell movie, like you were saying. Like I wasn't expecting to like burst out laughing all this time. It's just there was only like a couple times throughout the movie where I like actually like chuckled or like oh, that was actually pretty funny. They were like it just. I don't know, it just didn't like. I saw like parts that were supposed like I saw like a couple times that you were like laughing pretty big and stuff, and it was like okay, I saw like where that was supposed to be funny. I just didn't really find it necessarily as funny, I guess.
And honestly, it's not even a negative for me that it wasn't as much of a comedy as I thought, because I got something probably even better than if it was just like a yuck like Will Ferrell. Comedy. I enjoyed it actually. I thought it was good.
Like it was a good movie for what it was. Honestly, it's like it's just one of those things where it's like it's a subject matter which I'm not that interested in, like fashion at all. Definitely. I don't know. Like it definitely wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be, and just like I don't know, just it was good for what it was. Like don't get me wrong, it's just nothing that like. I don't think I'm gonna add it to like my repertoire, my routine. But it was like, okay, I saw it. I was happy I saw it. I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't like upset I wasted 2 hours of my life or anything like that. Like it was good.
I'm glad to hear that. But I mean, again, like fashion is definitely not like a subject matter I ever really cared about. But I think that's like one of the great things about this movie is that. You don't have to care about fashion to enjoy it, because like even though there's like a lot of like references and obviously the whole like story is based kind of like around fashion, but a lot of the jokes just came from like I don't know, like obviously like snide remarks and stuff, and they're just very like quick and witty, but like the story about more like Andy, trying to remain herself while being in a brand new world, dude. She is like fucking she's like Dorothy in the fucking Wizard of Oz. Like she's basically transported into a new world, and she has no idea what's going on, and she's just trying to like survive. I can't really think of a better example right now, but
I like Anne Hathaway's character too. I didn't really see her as like trying to change herself too much by becoming into fashion. I think maybe she was just like intimidated by the fashion world, or just didn't have the confidence to like pursue it. But I didn't really see herself as like making herself worse, or like she like the major sacrifices she was making was just like missing her boyfriend's birthday party and stuff like that, which she like pouted about.
Well, like they'll say like the big moment, right? Like her when the character has kind of like the fork in the road, like if they're like trying to decide if they're doing the right thing or the wrong thing or whatever, is when Emily's getting she turned Emily into second string. She's like, you're going to the show, and I need you to tell Emily that it's you who's going with me to Paris or whatever. Where obviously like Emily has been talking about this since like the beginning of the fucking movie. She's like, oh, Paris, like I finally get to go. Because she's now first assistant. She used to be her former second assistant. And now she gets to go to the show. She gets to be there. She gets to see the city and blah, blah, blah. And then Andy, I don't want to say like steals it from her, because that wasn't ever her intention.
She was the one to go, bro. Yeah. She like that was what the right call was probably. Yeah.
But it's like, but then like, again, like Miranda brings it up later when they're like in the car together at the end. And she says like, oh, I see a lot of you in me. And then that was the moment that Andy's like, she's like, what? Like, I can't, like, she's like, I can't believe you just said that to me, that you see yourself in me. Like, she just couldn't fucking believe it. And then she's like, I can't do what you did to Nigel. Like, and then she's like, oh, but you already did with Emily. And then there was like a fucking second glass shattering moment. She's like, with Paris, and it's like, I didn't have a choice. But she tells her like, you've always had a choice. Like, you could have said no, which meant her being fired. She's like, but you could have said no. Like, but you said yes because you saw it as an opportunity to get ahead and you took it. But that was like the final straw, basically, where like Andy realizes that like, yeah, she keeps going down this route that she's gonna be like a bad person. Like she's afraid that she could actually become Miranda.
Yeah.
Fucking Luke and Darth Vader, dude. Like, or I mean, not Luke so much, but the offer was there to join the dark side. You know, they even said it like you're Christian. I think said it like oh, congratulations, like you crossed over the dark side.
There's this funny kind of like reverse psychology moment where she's like, yeah, and you can just do whatever you want to do. You don't listen to what anyone else tells you to do. As like she's about to do that, and then then Anne Hathaway runs away out of the car, but it's like you only did that because she said that. Like you kind of like in a reverse psychology way, like ran out of the car because she told you that. So you do things because of what people tell you in a way. But you know,
yeah, yeah. I thought that was a fucking awesome moment though. Like not like just like. It was like, yeah, go Andy, you know, fuck her, blah, blah, blah. But Miranda's face when she turns around, like, 'cause she's surrounded by paparazzi or whatever, but Miranda's face when she turns around and she sees that Andy's not behind her and she's just, like, shocked. I was like, whoa. I was like, that was fucking great. But then, like, the like, cherry on top of this fucking sweet-ass fucking, like, sundae was... Miranda actually calls her to see, like, where she's at and just fucking... checks the phone or whatever. Because Miranda, I think at any other point, like before this movie, she would not have called Andy. She would have been like, okay, whatever, bye. Like, you know, you like don't even belong here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think her calling her was a really great sign that like, no, like she actually wants to keep Andy around and she like, yeah, like almost wants to groom her to be like the next her, basically. Yeah.
And then she gets a job at some like newspaper place. I don't
the
know
Mirror. The Mirror. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, the New York Mirror or something like that. Yeah.
So, you know, could work out. We'll see what happens in the sequel, I guess, in a week.
Which I'm personally very excited about. I was a huge fan of the first one, and the trailer looks very, honestly, just like on brand. Like it looks like it's gonna hold up, or it looks like it'll be a very reasonable sequel. But obviously, I won't know until I actually see it. Yeah, I love when she interviews at the Mirror, and then the guy said like, yeah, I was like first I talked to a very snooty girl or whatever. And then I got a fax from Miranda herself, which I was like, a fax? Like, okay. Like, could have been an email, but fine, whatever. And she's like, she said you were the biggest appointment she's ever had in her life and that I would be an idiot to not hire you. I think that's such a I think it's a powerful statement, honestly, where something can be disappointing but at the same time be incredible, basically. Because she's disappointed because she didn't become her. But at the same time, she's like, no, but she is the right person. Like, she is fucking... She's her. Like, she's exactly who you need for your, like, publication or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
She's her.
She's honest.
She's her, bro.
Honest gal.
Just a nice girl from a small town in Ohio. Yeah. Yeah, and then like the final like look between them two, and then you see Miranda give an honest smile at the end, and immediately just goes away when she realizes the driver's taking a little too long to take off, and then she's like, "Go." Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, a 2000s classic, I would say.
Yeah.
If like in like 100 years from now, like this is probably a movie people would want to watch to get a feel for that, you know, turn of the millennium.
Yeah, I think it very much well defines like the mid 2000s. I don't know about like fashion wise, obviously, because I just don't follow fashion that way. But yeah, I know I have a lot of fashion like friends, like very fashion forward, like very fashion oriented friends. And they all fucking love this movie. They're just like, it's like always like in their top like 3 or 5 somehow. It's just Because besides this, what do you got? Like Zoolander, basically, when it comes to like fucking like model / like fashion films, you know?
Yeah.
That and I guess 13 going on 30, kind of, because she works at some like fashion magazine, I think, or something like that. I don't fully remember what her job ends up being. Also a great movie, by the way. Yeah.
Showgirls has some great fashion moments, but it's not a fashion movie.
Yeah. That's a movie about grit and overcoming the odds. No, I'm just kidding.
And eating dog food.
Capitalism.
Capitalism. The proletariats and the bourgeoisie. Yeah. No, I guarantee you there's a video essay or some fucking long ass like Reddit post about how the Devil Wears Prada is the greatest metaphor for capitalism, or like the bourgeoisie versus the proletariat or whatever.
I mean, you're gonna be seeing that in a week, man. When I upload that shit.
But Billy, I was literally about to say, I swear to God, if I see a fucking Devil Wears Prada fucking review by Big Chungus on fucking Reddit, I'm gonna fucking bomb the shit out of it, dude.
The Marxist explanation for Devil Wears Prada.
This is definitely the center of a lot of people's like college essays and stuff.
Probably, yeah, it'd be a good one, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, totally, dude.
If you're doing like class consciousness or something like that, it'd be bad.
It's definitely there for sure. Not, I would never say it's like the point of the movie, but I will say that it is a pretty good metaphor for it, though, for sure. Yeah. But I think Andy proves that, dude, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you can get where you need to go.
This is the female version of There Will Be Blood. You know, it's
Daniel Day-Lewis, bro. What I say, Meryl Streep is the female Daniel Day-Lewis.
It's about someone who's interested in the capitalist pursuit of achieving, you know, greatness, and they don't give a fuck about who they hurt in the process.
What's Daniel's character's name in There Will Be Blood? Like
Daniel Plainview.
Daniel Plainview. There we go.
Yes, sir. Right, I'm a big fan of that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's obviously Miranda Priestly, basically, just set in the 1800s or early 1900s.
Basically.
Yeah. It's like, dude, she said, like, you know, whatever, the milkshake speech, like, someone's gonna come over here and slurp up your milkshake or whatever. Yeah, dude, it's fucking there, man. I'm telling you. Now someone's gonna have to make a video essay about how Daniel Plainview is just Miranda Priestly before fucking Daniel Plainview before, because There Will Be Blood was what, 2006?
I want to say
2007.
Okay.
Oh, Devil Wears Prada on top again, dude.
Yeah, but I mean it's based off the book
Right.
Oil, which came out like the 1920s.
Sure, yeah.
But no, I appreciated this movie. It caught me off guard a little bit, like on what I was expecting, and I think I actually appreciate it more for that. So,
Dude,
it gives you some stuff to think about a little bit, maybe not too much, but it's a great flick.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear it, dude. It's again personally one of my favorites. It's actually in my top 10. I don't know where in my top 10 it is because I've never actually like wrote out my top 10. I have my top 3. But I've never gone as far as like actually making a list for my 10. But this is a movie that I constantly go back to about like what fucking great writing looks like. It's like the script is just so solid, man. Like the dialogue, like not a single line wasted. And there's like always a whole thing about how like, oh, people like actually don't talk like that in movies, or like people who like, when people in movies talk, it's like you'd be like, oh, people don't actually talk like that in real life. But I feel like this is way more believable. Like, I think this is actually how people in the fashion industry talk to each other. Just fucking like snide, bitchy remarks and very shallow, very self-centered, you know, whatever. But yeah, I just think this is like a masterclass in fucking writing, honestly. I actually kind of want to read the book, to be honest. Sounds great. But Yeah, I've always appreciated this movie right because again, this movie came out in 2006. I probably watched it in 2007, 2008, which would have put me at like 12, 13 years old when I watched this. Bro, there's no reason I should have like actually enjoyed this at 12 or 13 years old unless you're someone who just like appreciates like good writing or a good movie. Because again, I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Saving Private Ryan, and it has been since I've been like 5 or 6 years old. And I fucking fell in love with a fucking comedy drama about like the fashion industry or whatever. And it didn't make any sense. Dude, I was so fucking alone when this movie came out because I had no one to talk to about it. Like my brother, I know he eventually watched it and he actually really likes this movie too. But yeah, bro, like when everyone was talking about wrestling or like
bro, I get it.
Or like whatever, like the first Marvel movie was coming out just like a few years later, everyone was talking about like whatever Transformers and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, man, have you guys seen the Devil Wears Prada though, dude? Like, I know what it fucking sounds like, but believe me, dude, that movie is the fucking shit, bro.
I have that a little bit with the show Project Runway with Tim Gunn. I'm actually like, whenever I catch it on TV, I'm a big fan of it. It's very entertaining. It's it's a bunch of people who are like, just trying to make their own clothes, and they're doing competitions, and it's like, oh, you have to use like a burlap potato sack to make your fucking like runway outfit. And it's kind of fun, bro. I don't know.
My Project Runway was the sci-fi competition series Face Off. That was about like Hollywood movie makeup and stuff and shit like that. That was my Project Runway.
I never watched any of those shows.
Yeah. No, not even like the tattoo one or whatever with
Dave Navarro.
I
never watched that one either, to be honest. I wasn't never really a fan of competition series, but Face Off, again, just always been in love with movies and movie makeup and stuff. So that one was like an obvious answer to me, like, oh hell yeah, I can't wait for this series to come out. It actually went on for quite a bit. Yeah, man, it just again, probably had no reason to like actually like this movie back then, but I'm like, this is again one of those movies that to me really showed that like, bro, like a good movie is just a good movie. Like I really can care less about the actual subject matter. Again, I'm not a fashion person, but I can truly appreciate a good story and a good performance and just an overall like great flick.
This movie does a good job of being good without knowing anything about fashion,
Yeah.
You don't even have to know what Prada is because I didn't.
Bro, what I thought was like one of the funnier moments was Andy takes her first call or whatever, and then she's like writing it down or whatever. And then she's like, okay, can you spell Gabbana? And it's so funny. I mean, I can't spell fucking Gabbana. I think it's like Gabban.
Gabban.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. RJ can fucking spell Gabbana, apparently. I can't spell. I couldn't spell Gabbana. But yeah, it's just like obviously like Andy was very much already a fish out of water, but that was one of the funny, like, can you spell Gabbana? And then she's like, hello, because obviously they hung up on her, and they hung up on her for fucking obvious reasons, but yeah.
Definitely gave me some Versace vibes.
I always, when I think about Versace, I don't know. Wait, did you ever see Next Friday?
No.
I know you've seen it, right? RJ?
No, I've only seen the first Friday.
Shit, okay. Because there's a hilarious moment where it's like, yo, get off me, man. You step on a Versace. And he's like, man, you can't even spell Versace. And he's like, B-E Sachi. Like, yeah, so when you say Versace, like, I always think about, like, you can't even spell Versace. Yeah. I don't know why, but I don't think it's considered a plot twist by any means, but towards the end of the movie, when Andy finds out that Miranda's about to get pushed out of, Runway or whatever, and apparently in a very dramatic fashion, because they were going to announce it without telling her, basically, or whatever. And Christian was in on it. He's just like, oh yeah, like the French girl's going to take over. I'm going to be like her right hand man, or I'm going to be in charge of like all the editorials and blah, blah, blah. And it's she can do it for less. She's new. She's gonna be the new face of fashion and blah blah blah. and Andy's trying so hard to tell her, and she finally does tell her, and she's obviously like not shocked by it. And then they're ready. She's making an announcement. Stanley Tucci's all excited to like that she's gonna make the announcement that because he thinks that he's gonna be named president of the new.
He's gonna be named a partner in like a new company.
Yeah, it's like John something, the light skinned black dude's company or whatever. Yeah, I want to say it's like John something, but I keep forgetting. I keep wanting to say Tom Ford. Or James, yeah, I think you're right. It's like James something.
Yeah, whatever.
Like he's, we saw like scenes earlier that Stanley Tucci was all excited that he's like, I'm finally gonna get to be the one in charge. I get to see Paris, or I get to go to Paris and enjoy the city. Like, years of being Miranda's like right hand man, and I finally get to like call the shots. And then he gets, whatever, sidelined by it, and so is mostly anyone who kind of knew or not exactly knew what was going on, and you can tell he's just so disappointed. And then she's like, "Are you okay?" And so it's like, she'll repay me. I know she will. Like, do you really believe that? He's like, I kind of have to, don't I? And it's like it's a little heartbreaking, but I like the little twist that Miranda kind of knew the whole time, and then even Christian Thompson was fucking sidelined by the whole thing. You can tell he's like just fucking devastated that he's not gonna be the new whatever. It's not editor in chief, but yeah. And then she reveals she's like, I knew about this a while ago. Like I talked to whatever and told him like everyone I'm gonna take that if he goes through with replacing me or whatever. And yeah. And then that's when she gave her Stalin moment, like it's like like the industry will suffer if or like the magazine will suffer, the industry will suffer if I leave. And I'm like, damn, dude, that's so Stalin-esque, like the union needs me. Like I'm the only one that can do this. Yeah,
might be right. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just kind of, I think, just about everything, honestly. I love this movie. It's one of my favorites. Top 10 for sure. Own a physical copy. If I saw this movie in theaters, I'm like, I'm buying this shit like as soon as that shit fucking drops, dude. I don't think I have it on Blu-ray, so I'm gonna probably have to try to find a Blu-ray copy if it's not like $100 or some dumb shit.
Apparently, it was based off of Anna Wintour.
Yeah, I knew it was a book.
Editor.
Yeah, I knew it was a book, but I don't know like when the book came out, like how long before this or whatever. But yeah, I know it's supposed to be again loosely based on the actual editor-in-chief of Runway or Vogue or whatever.
Vogue. I think it's Vogue, I don't think Runway's a real magazine.
Yeah, so I think it's Vogue. I think it's supposed to be like the actual the editor-in-chief of Vogue. It's a super famous name that I just fucking can't remember right now.
Anna Wintour. That's what it says right there.
Vogue. Oh, I thought it was something else.
The fear of the displeasing American Vogue editor Anna Wintour, who's believed to be the inspiration for Priestly.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a different name, but yeah.
William Randolph Hearst. That's who is
William Randolph Hearst. Yeah, I don't know. I love so many like lines in this movie, dude. Just like the can you spell Gabbana? Fucking I'm one stomach flew away from my goal weight. I love when Emily says like, oh my god, Andy, you look so chic. She's like, thanks, and all she says is backwards like, you look so thin. And then she's like, do I? Like she's so excited about just being called thin. Like it's so funny. And like you eat carbs. Like she gets mad when she gets ran over. Oh my god! And she's in the hospital, and she's like, "Oh my god, you get to go to Paris." Like, look at you. She's just like, you just learned how to dress, and it's like you eat carbs. Oh man! And she's like letting her gorge herself with the fucking pudding cup, and she takes a bite out of a roll and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like all the Stanley Tucci lines, I thought were like super funny. Like, oh, she gets corn chowder. Interesting. And if you look in that food line, literally everyone has a salad except Andy.
Yeah,
the entire line, everyone has a salad except Andy. She has fucking a corn chowder, which I'm pretty sure chowders are like pretty fattening. Like I don't know what makes up a chowder, but
corn.
Yeah, but I understand that's like it's definitely like carbs and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I remember like, oh, doesn't anyone eat here? And I think that's when he says the whole like they did until 4 became the new 2, and then 2 became the new 0, or 0 became the new 2 or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I love him, dude. He was so funny, so quippy. But yeah, I love the whole like mentorship that he did with her, like teaching her how to dress and stuff. And when he gives her the final, like, I have nothing left to teach you, you know. Yeah, he was a good mentor, good fashionista.
Surprisingly not gay in real life.
He's a chameleon, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, I really thought he was a gay man when I first saw this movie. But I also thought the Patrick whatever character was gay. The Christian Thompson guy. I thought he was gay. But I also just thought he looked gay. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess don't really have much more else to say about this movie. Just love it. Love the performances. Love the music. Fucking Meryl Streep kills it. She is Miranda Priestly. Can't imagine anyone else doing it. Also one of Emily Blunt's first roles, who I actually ended up really loving as an actress later on. So really glad she got to do this. Also, really quick, I love that Miranda refused to learn her name in the beginning. She just kept calling her Emily.
Yeah.
Until she earned the respect of being called by her own name. But she still called her Andrea. She's like, yeah, I'm not calling you Andy. She's like, it's Andrea. But yeah. I just love that. Like, Emily's a title. Like, it got to the point where, like, I thought that Emily wasn't even her name. Like, she just kept calling her Emily because that's her assistant's name. So, yeah, it's like Emily just means assistant. It doesn't mean that her name is Emily. But yeah. Yeah, I love this movie. Would recommend it to anyone who likes a good comedy drama, and just very tight, clever writing. And I mean, if you love fashion, then you've obviously already seen this movie, so don't really have to tell you to watch this movie. And yeah, what about you guys? Final thoughts?
I'd say all the gays out there, you've probably also already seen this movie, so I can't recommend it.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was good. I thought it was different from what I was expecting, a little tiny bit, but yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
Yep.
Yeah, Stanley Tucci was really good. Meryl Streep was really good.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway's bangs are really nice.
Dude, I couldn't get over Anne Hathaway this way, dude. Those fucking eyes, bro. Just it's like a warm brown color. I don't really know how to describe it.
Hot shit brown.
The prettiest hot shit brown. Yeah, no, I love it. I've always been a big Anne Hathaway fan, though, so I might just be biased. But this is like the second thing I've ever seen her in, because I watched The Princess Diaries, and that was a great fucking movie too. Great performance from her. Yeah, cool. I mean, I'm glad you guys liked it. You know, again, one of my personal favorites. Yeah. Go watch it, guys. It's a fucking fantastic film, honestly. Can't wait to watch the sequel. Hopefully I have something good to report on when that comes out.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on another episode of 3 Hacks in a Movie. I've been Emilio.
I'm Bentley.
And I'm RJ.
All right, have a good night, y'all.
Peace out, buddy.